Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had not borne him any children, but she had an Egyptian servant named Hagar. So Sarai said to Abram,
"Behold, the Lord has kept me from having children. Go and sleep with my servant, that I may have children through her."
Abram listened to what Sarai said. So, after Abram had lived in the land of Canaan for 10 years, Sarai took Hagar, her Egyptian servant, and gave her to Abram as his wife. After Hagar became aware that she was pregnant, she looked on Sarai with contempt. And Sarai said to Abram,
"This outrage upon me is your fault. I gave my servant to you, but when she saw that she was pregnant, I was despised in her eyes. May the Lord judge who is right, me or you."
Abram answered Sarai and said,
Behold, she is your servant. Deal with her as you please.
And when Sarai dealt harshly with her, Hagar ran away. The angel of the Lord found Hagar by a spring in the desert, and the angel said,
Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going?
I am running away from my mistress, Sarai.
Go back to your mistress and submit to her authority. I will greatly increase your descendants so that it will not be possible to count them all. Behold, you will give birth to a son. You shall call him Ishmael, because the Lord has heard your affliction. He will be a wild man. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand shall be against him. He shall live in conflict with his brethren.
So Hagar called on the name of the Lord, who spoke to her, and she said,
You are the God who sees me. Now I have seen the one who sees me.
Therefore the well was called Bir Lahai Roi, meaning the well of the one who sees me, and it lies between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar returned to Sarai, and when Abram was 86 years old, Hagar bore him a son. Abram named him Ishmael.
So, after Abram had lived 10 years in the land of Canaan, Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar the Egyptian, her servant, and gave her to Abram her husband as a wife. And Hagar bore Abram a son, and Abram called the name of his son, whom Hagar bore, Ishmael. Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael to Abram. Genesis chapter 16, verse 3, and verses 15 to 16.